All right, day 12 of driving my Tesla Model 3 Performance from New York to LA. We made it out to Grand Canyon last night. We're in a small little camping spot near there. Dogs are eating their food, and we're out in a tent tonight. Nice area. It's already 9 o'clock and it's already like 85 degrees, so it's getting hot. But yeah, everything's going pretty well so far. We're in a heat wave, so everything's like 110 degrees, and it's getting a bit ridiculous. And tomorrow is going to be Zion National Park, and the day after that is going to be Vegas. And Vegas has 120 degrees this week, so that doesn't sound pleasant. But yeah, we're hanging out here until about 3 o'clock-ish. Then we are heading on to Page, Arizona. There's a bunch of things like Lake Powell there that we wanted to go visit. And we wanted to go to White Pocket, but my car can't find directions to it. And I'm not really sure. I found directions on Google, and it looks like I can make it there and back, but then I'm going to have to be sitting on a supercharger all day, and just sounds annoying. That's what we've been running into out here. We went through Utah, and there is very little superchargers out here. There's lots of level 2 chargers, though, oddly enough. We've been fine to get around. It's just some of them are inconveniently placed. Like going from Arches National Park yesterday, it wanted us to stop in Page, Arizona, on the way to Grand Canyon. Page, Arizona is 2 hours out of our way, so we didn't want to do that. And we're going there tomorrow. And for some reason, it would not route me to the supercharger at the Grand Canyon. There is one. We used it last night, but it would not route us there for whatever reason. So we had to just drive there ourselves and use it. And it was fine. By the time we finished dinner, it was fully charged even without the preconditioning. But yeah, I'm not sure why Tesla just does not like that supercharger and wanted us to drive 2 hours out of our way. So it kept saying, oh, you're not going to make it. We made it just fine. We had like 10% or something like that. So it was perfectly fine. But I think it's something to do with my cellular. My cellular's still messed up in this car. Even after Tesla fixed it. Everywhere I drive, it says I'm routing without traffic data. And every now and then when I'm using the maps, it will just give me like crazy estimates on battery. Like it said I was going to get from Arches to Grand Canyon, which is like 500 miles at 71% when I left at 100. I'm like, yep, don't have that good of a battery. That'd be cool, but no. So not entirely sure what's going on, but it's been doing that every now and then. I think there's just something weird going on with my car. It also hasn't had an update. Like, it's on 2024.14. And if you don't know how Tesla updates work, 2024, obviously the year, 14 is the 14th week of the year. They just released 2024-26. So I should be having that anytime. But 2024-20 has been out for weeks, obviously. Hasn't popped up. It's popped up on my old car. And I've also got 2024.26 on my old car. At home, it's asking me to update. But this one is still on 14 for whatever reason. And there's lots of things like the autopilot strikes removal feature that I would really love, because right now the 5 is just 5 for infinity. So if you get 5 in 1 month, you get banned, or if you get 5 in 5 years, you get banned. It doesn't matter. The new one is if you don't get one for a week, it will remove one, which is a lot more fair and reasonable. And would have saved me the trouble of still not having autopilot. That's supposed to come back here tomorrow, I believe. So that's going to be nice. Especially since I have full self-driving. Like, technically I'm not paying for it because the car's only a month old, but it's a $100 feature. So, Echo, stay away from the road. Sorry, guys. Big truck coming down the road. which is odd. We're in the middle of nowhere. Technically, this road was closed. But, yeah, so we've been running into weird issues like that. And also, this isn't anything to do with the car, really, but we had an issue when we routed to Utah. We went to Arches and we wanted to go up through Goblin and then back down through Capitol Reef. But apparently there is no road from Capitol Reef to Page. So the whole southwest Utah doesn't have any roads south. The only option is to go like out to Zion and then Vegas. There is no option to just go straight south into Page. So we had to turn back around and drive about 4 hours out of our way, which wasn't pleasant. And I guess that's kind of my fault for not looking up the roads, but everywhere I've ever been, there's roads that make sense, and just southwest Utah doesn't have any fucking roads. No idea. Oh, they're playing with pine cones. But, yeah, so we had to reroute several hours and end up missing Goblin and Capitol Reef because I basically had to drive 3 hours one way, turn around, drive 3 hours the other way. And we're like, yeah, we're already 4 or 5 hours out of our way. We don't want to add 6 more. Especially in the heat wave, this is a hiking part of our trip, and the heat wave just happened to hit now. So it's already unpleasant. Like, we're going to Zion National Park. That's a lot of hiking. We wanted to do the Narrows, and that's like a 12-mile each way trip. And it's supposed to be like 102 degrees. So, not pleasant. But the Narrows is also, you could be in knee-deep water, so that might help. But yeah, so far it hasn't been pleasant with the weird roads in Utah. But it seems we've mapped everything out for from here to Vegas, and we shouldn't have any issues. And then from Vegas to LA, I'm almost positive we're never going to have any issues. But yeah, right now Utah's not particularly pleasant. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely beautiful. But yeah, they need to get some more roads, and there's Teslas out there everywhere, but there's only like 2 chargers in the whole state, it seems. So yeah, everywhere else we've had no problem. Even through middle of Oklahoma, had no problem. But yeah, Utah was kind of a pain. But yeah, I will update you probably at Zion or Vegas, and then we'll go from there.